These scammers have gotten very creative and they've gone worldwide. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a Southern California woman pleading guilty to defrauding 150 million U.S. American cold hard cash dollars from the U.S. Postal Service. Now, her name is Lijuan Chen, and her accomplice, who has not been arrested and not been charged. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. But his name is Chaunhua Hugh. Now, there's two big questions. First, how did they do this? And second, who are these people? Are they U.S. American citizens? Are they Chinese nationals? Are they here illegally? Are they asylum seekers? Whatever the case may be. Now, first things first, how did they do this? Well, great question. Glad you asked. Basically, they ran a counterfeit scheme where they printed fake postage stamps. Now, you know what? I'm not trying to encourage anybody to do this. Don't steal, because you will go to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little rocks. But this is a thing that is kind of obvious, because I would presume it's pretty easy to print fake stamps, and it's kind of hard to detect. It's not like when you have money, you look at the thing in the sky. It's not like that. If you see a stamp, you're not really going to second guess it if it looks legitimate. So I would presume that that would happen a lot more. We're going to get into all the details of how they did this and from where. But the second question, are these American citizens? Who are these individuals? Now, I read their names. These are obviously Chinese names. Not Japanese, not Korean, not Thai, not Filipino. These are obviously Chinese people. Now, were they born in the U.S. or were they born in China? Do they have any legal standing? I don't really know. But I presume, based upon the details of what happened, that they were born in China and then they were in the U.S. for a while. And here's a little bit more evidence. The one individual, Chaunhua Hugh, is believed to be in China right now. I guess when the federales came knocking and the spot got hot, things got a little bit squirrely. He went ahead and fled back to China. Now, I'm no genius, but a little bit of common sense says that if all you have is English as your language from being a U.S. citizen, being born here, and you flee to China, you being Chinese is not enough to live over there. You're going to need some Mandarin. You're going to understand how to move around. It's just like me. Okay, I'm black, right? If I go to a random African country, I might need their language, okay? I go to Cameroon, and it's a French-only area. I'm trying to be Big Willie. They're like, tu ne pas import. Tu ne pas import. Je ne comprends pas. Je ne comprends. Qu'est-ce que c'est idiot in français? They're not going to want to have my shenanigans over there only speaking English. Just being black isn't enough, just like being Chinese only with no Mandarin might not be enough if you're in some random place in China. Now, before I go any further into the details of the operation, here's a word from our sponsor. A lot of us are struggling with everyday bills. Inflation has gone through the roof. If you're a homeowner and you want to save money without having to print fake postage stamps, give my friends over at American Financing a call. They're saving their customers an average of $854 a month. Imagine that. That's like getting a $10,000 per year raise. And the way they do it, they tap into your home's equity, and they also wipe out high interest credit card debt. If you call today, you might be able to skip next month's mortgage payment. American Financing never charges any upfront fees. This is part of the reason why they have over 7,000 Google reviews with a 4.7 star rating. They have helped thousands of customers save real money and put themselves into a better financial position. So call today and see what they can do for you. 866-890-9313. Again, that's 866-890-9313, or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. All right, now here we have an article from KTLA 5. You see the headline: Southern California woman defrauded over $150 million from U.S. Postal Service. And here's something to take note of. You see this little caption of the picture right here? It says USPS trucks are parked, whatever. In its recent quarterly statement, the USPS reported a loss of nearly 2.3 billion and a 3.2% decline in package deliveries, the first decline in nearly a decade. So you're already dealing with some serious money problems from USPS. The last thing we need are Chinese nationals stealing a bunch of money and giving that right back to China, because this whole thing, as we're going to see, involved Chinese companies. Okay, they had their company over in California, and China was all over this, getting money. So that's the last thing we need, is a foreign nation to be siphoning our dollars. All right, let's keep on going here. A San Gabriel Valley woman pleaded guilty to defrauding over $150 million from the U.S. Postal Service. Lijuan, and you see the name here, Lijuan Angela Chen, 51, of Walnut, carried out the scheme by using counterfeit postage to ship tens of millions of packages, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Now, my question would be, who was ordering these packages? Are we talking about some business people? Like, I want to know the details of this. And I would suppose that those who were shipping the packages had no idea that these people were using counterfeit postage to do it. But anyway, and then we're talking about postage for sending packages across seas. Are we talking about stamps specifically, or other things aside from stamps? But anyway, from November 2019 to May 2023, Chen and her accomplice, Chaunhua Hugh, who, 51, owned and operated a package shipping business in the city industry. Now, they're the same age, okay? Are these romantic people? We talking about siblings, family members? Like, what's going on? I like to know that. Or maybe just a friend from back in China. I like to know the details of how they got together and started doing this business. But anyway, so they had a package shipping business in the city industry. The company provided shipping services for China-based logistics businesses. Right. So their whole thing was to ship packages to China specifically. So you got Chinese people shipping packages to China, the one guy on the run over in China. Obviously, you're dealing with Chinese nationals. Now, whether they had some legal standing in the U.S. or illegal aliens, they're not trying to say. It is California. You could pretty much do whatever you want to do. You could smoke crack in public. You could be an illegal alien and get all kinds of benefits, whatever. So that's going to be kind of a murky detail that might come out later. Maybe it won't. But anyway, to save money, quote unquote, or to steal money, who created fake postage stamps to ship packages by printing duplicate and counterfeit net stamps, which are stamps purchased online from third-party vendors and printed onto adhesive paper. Yeah, I've seen some of those. Like, they send them to your house, and it's like, okay, are these stamps that I can use? Like, I don't understand what's going on. Can I just print them and not pay? Like, I don't really get it. You know, and this is the reason why I said I'm surprised this hadn't happened sooner, because technology is so advanced that you can easily just print stuff that looks legitimate. And if there's no way to really double check, like a bill where you look in the light and you can see the line in it, if there's no way to check, then it would just kind of go undetected. But again, don't steal, because if you steal and you get sent to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little, you deserved it. But anyway, in November 19, authorities became aware of the counterfeit operation, and Hu fled the country and moved to China, where he continued making counterfeit postage. Now, how do you know what he's doing in China? I don't know, but that's where he's at, over in China. And if he's there, he's not going to ever get arrested. Chen remained in the U.S. to oversee the warehouses that she and Hugh were using to ship their packages during the scheme. In 2020, the pair began using the counterfeit labels to send the mail through USPS. They will receive parcels from vendors and apply fake shipping labels before arranging for the items to be transferred to USPS facilities. The shipping labels were fraudulent and frequently included, among other red flags, intelligent barcode data recycled from previously mailed packages, according to court documents. Intelligent barcode data is used in some postage shipping labels to evidence the payment of required postage for the shipped item. So not just stamps like you have on your letter, but if you send boxes and they have that whole, big thing right there, they were counterfeiting those as well. All right. From January 2020 to May 2023, Chen and Hugh mailed over 34 million packages with counterfeit postage and shipping labels. This scheme caused more than 150 million in losses to USPS. Chen pleaded guilty of one count of conspiracy to fraud the United States and one count of the use of counterfeit postage. She has been in federal custody since her arrest in May 23. As part of her plea agreement, Chen also agreed to forfeit funds that authorities seized from her bank accounts, insurance policies, and real estate in several cities, including Walnut, Chino Hills, South El Monte, Diamond Bar, and West Covina. So she had a whole real estate empire, kind of like Black Lives Matter, but that person won't get arrested. But that's a different story, and I don't want to get triggered right now, so I digress. My question will be this as I close. How much money does her counterpart have over in China that he was able to get from the counterfeit business? Because remember, he went over there to continue the whole operation. So she may have assets here that were procured in US dollars, but how much does he have over there that is in US dollar storage or some kind of yen situation or yuan, whatever their currency is? Like, what does he have over there? $1 million question. But as I close, I want to say this. These scammers are getting out of control, and people from all over the world see the scams that are available in this country. They come over here to just do whatever they want to do. And then you have in the southern border being wide open, you're getting all kind of stuff, not just scammers. You're getting the drugs, the guns, human trafficking, a little bit of everything, not just those who come to pick fruit and make beds, as Barack Obama famously said about the migrants. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what happened here? Do you think that these individuals were illegal aliens, asylum seekers, something like that? Obviously, they're Chinese and speak Chinese, but whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think at a certain point, we got to tighten our borders up because people come over here to do whatever they want to do. They see that it's not really a big deal. You can go to California and steal and pretty much get away with it. It's going to be a slap on the wrist at best because, okay, she is pleaded guilty, right? And I presume there's going to be a conviction in the sentencing. What is it going to be? And then the guy who was able to flee, why was he able to flee when they knew what was going on before he fled? It's just kind of weird to me. It's so much crime happening here that's allowed to happen. And as long as we keep letting it happen, we're going to have a lot more of it. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.